What's up? What's up? Y'all, you should be able to hear me now, sis. Hey, appreciate y'all for checking in the G Spot podcast. It is Thursday. Praise God from whom our blessings flow. Um, Today was a little crazy day for me, but I said I wasn't gonna let it shake me up today. I'm actually feeling, I'm feeling good. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all supporters. I appreciate my guests in the building. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me? Oh, shit.
Yo,
I appreciate it. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I appreciate everybody that came through, that's coming through in the building or whatever. Damn, my shit, I'm about to die.
my shit dead right now. I don't even use my little tablet. It dead.
I got some. We got my sis in the building. She's been here one time before. But we got some new guests in the building. First and foremost, I'm gonna start with the queen first. Jazz.
What's good, you guys?
Yeah. We got her in the building. Then we got my sis. I'll let her introduce herself.
Sashay.
Y'all see how she dressed? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what they just said. They just told. They when I walked outside, they said, "Damn, everybody who come to Gent Show be dressed up." That's the goal. That's the goal. We want everybody to put this shit on, okay?
Yeah.
And then they all came color coordinated, and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. Then we got my boy. Tell him who you is, man.
Chef Zay in the building. You already know.
Hey, man. And everybody people know him too, man. If y'all frequent the tea party that he do in the community, which is a very unique event. That especially a lot of people in our generation haven't experienced or whatever. Shout out to Oscar Cole, shout out to Tiffany and everybody else that's watching. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. I can't be talking all that fast like that, but make sure y'all do all that stuff that y'all usually do on other people's pages. And follow me on YouTube, Twitter, the G Spot Twitter, not my personal Twitter. You might be surprised. And make sure y'all download the RWR Live 365 app. You can listen to my show and plenty of other shows all the time. And listen to some good music, man. Listen to some real good music. Shout out to Nicole Dixon and to Q Lala, the queens that put all this together, man, so we could be here and do this thing right now. We got a very interesting topic tonight. First and foremost, I want to ask my guests, man, how y'all been doing this week?
And with that, you'll be able to get some information that you can
Begin through it.
That's right. That is right.
Hey. What about you?
Very intimate.
You feeling good? What about you, bro?
Taking it day by day.
Day by day.
Day by day. First 3 days a little shaky, but I don't never give up.
That's right.
That's right.
You gotta push through.
Yeah, man. I was having a conversation today with one of my cousins. We was talking about inflation issue we got going on right now.
grammatically correct.
The goddamn pay ain't matching what we paying for rent and all that stuff. I mean, and yeah, as we all know, the power company went up on the damn like my shit, like $2.39.
Real bad.
Yeah, bad. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I was listening to the radio yesterday morning, and they said they about to increase again. Yeah, I'm about to fucking buy some candles.
And it's
I'm gonna buy some candles and a mule. We gonna be right. We gonna be in Alabama again around that motherfucker.
And make sure y'all stock up on food. Start stocking up on food.
Stock up on food, and too, make sure y'all start googling the stuff that y'all eat.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all saw in the news that there a lot of black women are getting together. They are suing L'Oreal.
For relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of the chemicals with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna share something with you guys. Very interesting. Don't look at me weird, but I think I was like 18 when I first shot to the hair salon. So I went to a board to do makeup, and the lady that we was working on, this lady was probably set in her late 70s. She has been getting relaxers forever. Don't you know her scalp was green? Yes, it was green. So just thinking over time on you're getting relaxed after relaxer every 6 to 9 weeks. And I let all my clients know. Let y'all know this causes cancer and issues down the road. So you're gambling with your life. So I more so do 90% natural hair. But other than that, that's why I lock my hair up.
Yeah, I had made a comment on it. Now, and the woman who picture that they showed on the article, you could tell she was of course black, but you could tell the way how she wears her hair, who she wants to look like. And I made a comment it said that more women of color should start using more products of people who look like them with the same hair texture. I kind of got a few people to jump on my back about it.
Oh, shit.
I'm at least supposed to know, and I get it 100%. I get it 100% when you're a child and you don't know, but when you become an adult, you have to start doing things for yourself. And it's what everything that's going on in society right now. I mean, especially like I tell everybody, COVID hit. That should have been an eye opener. I question it. You have to take care of yourself, man, because the economy and how the government in America is set up is real shit. Okay, so population control is bad, man. I was watching a video, and we don't just go through it here. It was a white dude on my job. He said the other day, he was like, I think people kind of use the race thing and overrate. Yeah, because you don't have to live it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He said it's over in Europe and in Ukraine, because that's where he grew up. He's from America, grew up in Ukraine. He's about 25. It's different. They don't care. Yes, they do, because when everything was just going on in Ukraine, it was all over the news how they wouldn't let black people leave. So, yes, the hell they do. It goes. White supremacy is a problem everywhere in the world. Everywhere. So definitely, man, we gotta start looking out for each other, man. We got sisters like my sister. She do her thing with the youngest things. Make sure y'all get them cuckoos right.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We got my sister here. She do everything. Yeah, she be out in the funeral parlor. And then we got my brother here who's bringing the entertainment to our city. Let's support our people, man. Start putting our dollars back into our own community. Because a lot of times people think even when you talk about Tulsa, they like to say, oh, well, the white people burned it down, this what happened. But it didn't have to stay down. When we start putting our money into going to Sears, going to all these other communities, that is what took the community down. So we have to start putting back into our own community. Now tonight, my back, y'all know I keep going with that shit. Tonight, like I said, we got a pretty interesting topic. We're going to be talking about it. And y'all want to let us know how y'all feel, man. How do y'all feel about y'all friends hanging with your significant other without you?
December 17, 2022, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. The red carpet starts at 6 p.m. with
How do I feel about that?
65. Be there.
If you trust
This is
your
Uncle
best
Ed.
friend
I'm
and
the Sugar Chef,
you
and you're
trust
listening to
your
RWR
significant other,
Live.
I'm gonna put trust on the table regardless
Right.
until I, until the reason for me not to trust, one or the other. So it's all about trust and also setting boundaries and having a understanding. But most of my friends, they wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
They'll feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. What about you, sis?
Yeah, I just, me personally, I feel like if y'all wasn't friends and hanging out before me, what are we doing now? Like she said, my friends wouldn't dare. Like, I wouldn't dare. Like if my friend not here, what we doing? Like it's nothing.
There's no reason.
For us to be chilling without, her or So.
That would be very awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what is we talking about?
Like I wonder what Jess is doing.
Yeah, like the only thing I got in common is me, so the topic is me.
Yeah.
Now I could say if my best friend or friends were out with my significant other looking for me a gift or planning a surprise birthday party or something in that order.
Right.
Other than that, I don't see no reason of hanging with, my significant other.
Right. What about you, bro?
I don't know. I'm the type of guy I like to find a reason to try to make some money with somebody. So people, when they link with me, they kind of feel what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I'm a friendly kind of person. It's a fine line between being friends and being sneaky, though.
Right.
It's a very fine line between what you think somebody's seeing you and what they actually, what their underlying intentions are. And that can get crazy real fast. Accidentally. I ain't never had no incidents. I'm just saying, I've seen stories. So, I don't know. I didn't plan surprise birthday parties. I invited my the whole family. So, I had met the whole family before she introduced me. So, that was a little different, you know what I mean? But that's totally different from consistent interaction, especially if your significant other don't know about it. So, I guess that's the biggest thing. How does your significant other feel about it? It ain't really about how you feel about it.
I agree. Me personally, I agree with you 100% on that. I've been in situations where shit got a little weird, The one thing about us as men, depending on if you are sexually disciplined or not, it'd be a little hard for us sometimes because sometimes that could be an ego stroker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I get you in the frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then too, you got to be very careful because and then especially now, man, we live in a generation where women think that is okay to do
Right.
stuff like that.
Yes.
We got this whole city girls, but that's what I call the city girls movement. They just don't give a damn about giving a damn. You know, so I personally, I would feel like, no, you know, if my friend ain't around, it's nothing. And even if we both know that it ain't gonna be nothing still, so it won't look weird to nobody else, to cease the confusion, let me just not, we ain't gonna do that. We just gonna keep bypassing. And like you said too, especially if we wasn't friends before. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's one thing if I already known you before, we was cool before, but even then, I might even question that sometime, you know, because you never know. Let me tell you, one thing my dad always told me was, a man will lie on himself to say, oh, I messed around with somebody else. I messed around with that. But a woman will lie and say she did. Okay? I know a lot of women like that. Woman ain't gonna tell you, like, yeah, I ain't messed with him before, but she know she did. You know what I'm saying? Men, we be lying. You know, I'm not a little girl. No, you didn't, boy. So you definitely you gotta be mindful of that. So let me ask y'all this. So if your friends come over to your house or whatever, right? Do y'all feel like your significant other should leave the room?
It depends.
I was in here first.
It depends. But more than likely, yes. Because more than likely, my homegirl is coming over for girl talk, catch me up what's been going on in her life, and I don't see a reason for
Can't y'all go in the kitchen?
the significant other to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all out of respect. Now I can say if I was in that position, I would leave the room because I feel uncomfortable. More than likely, when I'm home, I'm comfortable.
Right.
So I don't want to be uncomfortable. Keep having to adjust myself. Making sure nothing fall out. So no, I want to be comfortable. So I'll excuse myself.
Yeah. What about you, sis?
I'm going with sis, like, yes. It's different if it's like we hanging out as a group, like your friends and my friends. But if it's me and my girls, go let us have our space. 'Cause like she said, we probably want to talk. My girls probably want to talk. And, like, because if it's you and your friends, you and your homeboys, I'm going to excuse myself off rip. 'Cause I don't want to. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to be in your face.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back on the phone with one of my homegirls like, girl, so
Girl,
of
get
course.
some over here.
Yeah. Girl, not all these niggas.
I feel that. What about you?
I'm trying to get some tea. I'm gonna sit right in the very next room, like I'm doing something. I'm pretending like I'm fixing something. Hey, this little drawer ain't never worked right.
It's a good book.
What?
That's bad.
I need to sweep this floor right here next to y'all.
Men is nosy.
And I'm gonna
Yes,
say,
sir.
That's how conversation get to the barbershop.
Right.
Because the man is snooping around. Also in the beauty salon.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Man, let me tell you, the barbershop
Y'all talk
is
more than we do.
probably the messiest place you can fucking go. Man, the stuff that you find, if you don't know who killed Pookie, you're going to find it at the barbershop.
At the
You know
barbershop.
what I'm saying? If you don't know such and such was sleeping with such and such, let me tell you, and these barbershops be so player. But one thing I don't like, and it shows the maturity level of a person, this whole kiss and tell thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel like we get to the barbershop, we going to tell who mess with. I just feel like that's bogus as hell. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever been in a situation where the person you was with messed around with one of your friends?
Let me go first. Let me go first. Cause first of all, niggas ain't shit. Okay. I done had friends we had fell out on some personal stuff that was years before my relationship. Then I got into a relationship. And then he was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We was all homies. Everything was cool. We was all, on a certain social level. And then he took that friendship and then tried to turn around and try my old lady to turn around and try to get back at me. So there's a lot going on in that scenario. But what I'm basically saying is you just got to watch certain people, even when y'all are friends, depending on what the nature is of y'all's social setting.
Yes.
You can never be too certain.
It always goes back into having an understanding, when y'all have pillow talk. Like, hey, this is how I feel in this situation. Have that I feel moment so that both parties understand. Like, hey, I feel if I'm in this situation, it just depends on the understanding. You have to be understanding. But yeah, I've been in a situation like that.
What about you, sis?
I have.
I played it off real quick. I let them do the talking first.
Yeah. So what's going on? You hold on. You hush.
That's you.
Say what?
That's you right there.
So are y'all cool now? Are you in?
No.
Okay. So do you think that's something that's unforgivable?
I mean,
Depending on the extent of the relationship, maybe. Or,
yeah.
It depends if it happened
Yes.
before we were friends.
Yeah.
It depends. That'll be something to kiki about over brunch or over a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is try me. I don't care how long ago it was. Don't try me.
Yeah, I would prefer not to know. Even if it happened before, I would prefer not to even know. I'm gonna feel like I'm big on this whole, backdoor thing.
Y'all gonna continue to wanna? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I'm big on that. Like I don't want to. If I find out that one of my partners mess around with you, or one of my cousins mess around with you, it's just gonna automatically just turn me away from the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, but some people, I got a cousin. His brother's probably up on here, but we all know what's up with them.
Cause
I got a cousin. He don't give a damn.
No.
they go right behind you.
Right.
He don't give a damn if you motherfucker close your eyes a little too long. He already got it. Let me tell you, let me tell you what he did to me one time, dog. Listen.
That's not right.
Story time. I was dealing with this chick. We had been dealing with each other for a minute. And what was crazy, I can admit this now. I was young. We dealt with each other for like 8 years on and off. When we first started knowing each other, we were young as hell. And we had been dealing with each other for a couple years, and she didn't know she was my first, right? When we started, we was kids. We was fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? Cause I wasn't her first. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't know until we got grown, because I took her to the rodeo. You know what I'm saying? This is my older cousin. So one of my older cousins, she come up over there, and I left the room, dog. I left the house. I had to go back. I had went home. I came back. My cousin is in the room.
Like he ain't went nowhere.
Took her into the rodeo too. I'm like, bro, I was
Oh
hurt.
my God.
I was so hurt, boy. I was so hurt. Too smooth. I was so hurt. And he said, my bad, cuzzo. Yo, bad.
If I was her, I would have got up and left.
Man. But you know what, though? When now I don't hold it, because to this day we still cool. I don't hold it against her now, because when you get older, you become more understanding.
Hell no.
You do certain things.
No,
That's
sir.
what it is. But
I'm on your head for the rest of forever.
That's something that he's done multiple times to multiple people. So for everybody in the family, we know you can't keep your old lady.
Yeah, you
He
gotta
come to
watch out
town,
for him.
you could come stay here, but when I go to work in the morning, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person he is. I just never been on that type of time before. So you made a comment about pillow talk. Let's get into that.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Let's go into pillow talk. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I know we keep turning our head from everything. My bad.
They said they really can't hear our mics.
The women,
The ladies'
y'all probably have to pull
Can
them
y'all
up
hear
to
us
you.
now?
Well, y'all got soft voices too, though. Pillow talking, man. I think every relationship consists of pillow talk. I hate how when you go on social media, everybody be like, "Oh, you over there pillow talking to that bitch about X, Y, Z or whatever." But if this is who I'm with, like, we gonna talk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And 9 times out of 10, if we together, I'm gonna probably tell you some stuff that, because this is the thing. People, okay, you got different forms of being messy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So
agree.
if I'm intentionally trying to start confusion, that is what I call being messy.
Messy, right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm telling you something and it's factual, and I'm telling you to put you on game about something, and then you just happen to go do what you want to do with it and start confusion, technically I wasn't being messy, because that wasn't my intention to start confusion. My intention was like, we just chilling, we talking, You know what I'm saying? Probably got done doing our thing, and you telling me some stuff, I'm telling you some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So how do you how you feel about pillow talking in relationships?
I think that it's necessary. That's when you go into deep conversation. You see where one another mind is. You that's a connecting moment, especially if you didn't after the rodeo.
You gotta lay on the top, right?
Yes. So sometimes you be in your feelings like, okay, what's this situation? And you want to know your significant other's point of view on certain situations that you may come across in life.
Right.
So I think pillow talk is very necessary.
I agree. What about you, sis?
I'm agreeing with sis. Like, I feel like, because this is my best friend at this point. So he going to tell me about his day, and I'm going to tell him about mine, whatever that day is now. On certain levels, because if my girls done told me something, they don't want that to go to. Yeah, I'm not crossing my girls out. Yeah. But it's been because I know when you leave, my girls gonna still be here. Yeah. So it's on a certain level, but I will, pillow talk too. I feel like if I feel like it's something I know my girl probably would have told, sit up and say it in front of him. But if I know she telling me like, Sasha, don't repeat this. This just between me and you. I'm not pillow talking. That's just between me and her.
Right.
I don't care who it is.
Right.
So yeah, it's just on a certain level, right?
I get that. What about you, bro?
I'm trying to find out everything I can know.
Even already told us he trying to get the tea.
Tell. What Fifi did? She with who?
Yeah.
Nah, I need to know so I can know about her character.
I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you. People say all the time, you are who you hang with. And then some people like, no, it ain't. But that's true.
No.
I'm going to tell you why. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to tell you this.
Sometimes you don't know how a person is all the way. And
That's
you
true.
just start hanging out with them.
That's right.
I've been in many situations like that.
Right.
And then when we go in and get a little liquor, like,
okay, this ain't even my type of crowd.
But I feel like it's something about you. For you to hang with that person, it's something that y'all had similar for y'all to be able to connect. You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes, too, when you hang around people for so long, you can pick up on some of the things that they do. Just like a lot of times, people say all the time, the old me would have did this. The old me would have, ain't no such thing as the old you. Because it's still in you. And if the right person come around you and break it out of you, it's going to come out of you. But you just matured to a level of knowing how to contain all of that energy and be like, I ain't going to hold that, but if you fucking wake up the crocodile, goddamn.
basically fuck around and find out.
Yeah. So you got to get that. You got to definitely be mindful. I am. And people, I'm the type of person, man, I'm very mindful about the people that I hang with, the people that I talk to. But I'm a pretty friendly person. And sometimes people don't like that. But I feel like I've been through enough shit in my life. I've been through so much shit, for real, that some people know about, some people don't know about, to the point where I just feel like, man, to be where I'm at now and to look back at that, why would I be mad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Man, you got people who can't handle shit. They commit suicide.
Yeah.
They get on drugs. They do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for me to say that I ain't do that, like, why would I just walk around with a fucking mug on my face all the time looking at people crazy? I just don't understand this whole I ain't friendly movement that people be doing. Man, why not be friendly?
Right.
Like, be blessed. If you blessed, be friendly. But
you attract an entirely different crowd of people.
Yes. Right. The people that you need.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The people that you need, man. Because it's a lot of bitterness. You know what I'm saying?
It most definitely is.
Yeah, it's a lot of and then too with women. Let me touch on this. I had a sister I had a conversation with that was going through situations with the women in her family. And I really want to know what is up with black women getting into it, like having issues with black women all the damn time.
They need womb healing.
Yes. A lot of people
need womb healing.
Childhood
trauma
is really real. When you do not go through I call it the dark night of the soul. I'm on my spiritual journey. When you do not go through those tears and reliving past traumas and getting through those past traumas, it trickles down in relationships, friendships, in every other relationship, even your dog.
You even put it on your children. If you got children, like you have to heal.
And then your kids are grown, your family or things that you pray and ask God for, you create a toxic environment because happy wife, happy life. But if she never happy,
How can you create that?
how can you create that?
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to go through healing. Counseling, yes, it is necessary.
I agree.
If you've been through rape, go handle it. If you've been through whatever you have been through, go make sure that you get some help to heal so you won't be out here hurting everybody.
Yeah.
You know, because some people, once they didn't went through their healing, you can't attract your soul tribe until you have gone through that healing.
That's right.
You cannot live to your full potential until you have gone through that healing. You cannot be a wife until you have gone through that healing, as well as vice versa, being a husband or being a man. You can't be your full self.
That's right. I agree.
So it's like you really have to go through that healing and love yourself. You do not have to be with someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
You do not have to be looking at that man on that camera.
I hope you want your little space.
I see this. This is behind the chair. I see these things. So it's like, you know, you really have to heal yourself from all past trauma in order to be able to love that person. When you love yourself, then you'll be able to love
Not only your person, but other people around you.
Yes,
You give them
people
the proper
will be
love.
around you.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. One thing that even as black men, we struggle with healing because we don't have the outlets to get positive feedback when it comes to us wanting to express ourselves when it comes to healing. Me personally, I have a hard time maintaining relationships because I've never seen a positive relationship. So for me, I just be winging it. And people will tell you, oh, well, you this age, you should know this, or you this age. But if I've never been shown it before, if I've never encountered it before, I'm just trying to do and trying to learn from my past mistakes. Me, as a man, I can admit that I am not as emotionally in tune as I should be.
Yes.
I don't know how to connect emotionally sometimes, and if I do, sometimes it's only through anger. So that's why even with myself, I even told myself, like, okay, I'm gonna get into therapy because I got to find out what the hell really going on.
Yes.
Because then I also noticed that this is something that my dad deals with. Then you, like we said before, we be going through stuff that not only our parents go through, their parents went through, their grandparents went through, their great grandparents went through.
Generation.
People that we never even met that went through it, and they kept that energy in the family because nobody tried to find a solution to how can we get over this. You know, so as men, especially when we go into society, we have to be judged by society. We have to be judged by the people at home because we expect to walk a certain type of way, talk a certain type of way, be in a certain type of things to be considered a man. And don't let your finances be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So not even taking heed to what's going on in the community, not taking heed to not only do women suffer from generational curses, but we are also inheriting the stuff that happened to us back in the day too. So I think for men, one thing I like to always encourage men, we got a couple brothers got some things coming up, is we have to get to a point where we start trusting each other more and start building each other up. We have to get to a point where when we go out into society, we ain't got to look at each other up and down. We can speak to each other. Because you even got, what, Boosie songs say real niggas don't speak? You have people who really live that. Like, don't speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I got a brother on the job. I speak to him every day because he won't speak to me. Until you speak to me. I'm going to speak to you every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because why you mad? what do you hit? Yeah, why are you mad? We have to learn how, we have to find outlets as black men to express ourselves, because once we get the healing that we need, then we can start protecting the women that's around us. And I always say all the time, like, the women are the garden and the men are the fence around the garden. And that goes for, I don't care what you do, who you is, even in regards to your sexuality. Everybody need black women. Everybody need women. Everybody need black women. I'm gonna just be straight up with you because even different ethnicities, they go get tans. They want to talk like us. They get on TikTok and dance like our fucking women and make money off of it. They do all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So black women really run the world without knowing that they run the world most
No,
times.
we know.
Oh,
The ones who are woke know.
okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
The woke ones.
When you walk past another race and they move, your energy along shake the room, then you know who you
That's
are.
true.
That's right.
Especially when you're walking in your purpose.
That's true.
And you have fixed that crown.
Yes.
Okay, I know who I am. I done went
Yeah.
through my healing.
Yeah.
All the crying.
Yeah.
I done went through that.
The mud.
You gotta cry because I mean it was a woman had shared a post on social media about men crying. Why can't men? Oh, something about men not healing, and somebody the guy responded something about people not healing because I guess men don't really have that outlet, or people gonna make them feel some type of way. And a woman was like, "Well, I wonder why do men feel like they have to cry?" But crying is healing for the soul.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, it is.
yeah, that's healing for the soul. So sometimes you gotta cry, and you will see. And two, that is why we have developed this whole big thing with aggression in black men because we got so much shit bottled up. We don't know how to handle
Handle
that.
it.
You go, your friends die in the community. You don't want to cry at the funeral. You don't know how to handle that. Then you wait till you get with your girl and you take it out on her.
My legend.
I would say black men, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the men who are leaders of our community, they go through so much. Most men have to bottle so much inside. Their emotions, they're carrying bills, they're carrying a woman who has not been healed, or even sometimes a woman who has been healed. They're also carrying, Joe on the job, telling him he may be fired the next day. Then he's having to come home and deal with bickering, the house not clean, food not cooked. This is what I hear behind the chair.
Right.
So it's like I have to wake some of these women up. Hey, what are you doing wrong?
Right.
You got to make sure you're able to put on some lingerie. If you want to go, look a certain way, you want him to look a certain way, then you have to look a certain way.
That's right.
So you got to we have to work as a team
A balance.
with our black men because they have the most pressure in this world, period. So it's like, you really have to take the time out to say, okay, are you okay today?
Yeah, how your day?
How is your day? And women have to be more appreciative. Okay, I appreciate you for calling and check on me today. I appreciate you for leaving that letter in my lunchbox.
Right.
Us women, we have to be more feminine. We have to play
Right.
the feminine role. We have played the masculine role and the feminine role for so long. And it's so hard when you do find that right man that's healed, delivered.
You just trample, girl.
It's like, but I'm just saying, I lost where I was. But when you have found the right one, it's hard to get out of masculine and feminine mode. So, anyways, but yes, it's hard to get out of being in the masculine role whenever you have played both parts for so long. So most women want the man to be like, okay, babe, you don't have to do that. I got it. But some of us, we want to be superhero. Most of us,
I got it.
I don't trust that he's going to do it right.
Right.
But you got to put your pride to the side and say, okay, let him do
Just let him
him.
do it, yeah.
Because most men, they want to see, okay, is she going to let me do this?
Right.
They scared sometimes because we be about to bite their neck off.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to leave the groceries in the car and let him do it.
Right.
So, okay, that's allowing him to be a man. Okay, I'm not going to hook the dryer up even though I know how to hook it up myself. Because I'm, Bob the Builder and everything
Right.
else. But I'm going to let him hook the dryer up when he gets here.
Right.
I done wait a whole week, been drying clothes at a whole nother location just so I can prove, okay, I'm allowing you to be a man. So us women, we have to learn how to be in our feminine role. We have to know how to turn it on and turn it off.
I agree with you 100% on that. I had one of my cousins came to me. She was talking to a guy, he makes me want to be more feminine. I didn't realize that made me feel so good to hear her say that, because we have a lot of women who feel like they have to be aggressive. I gotta be. And we have a lot of women who don't want to be like that, but they feel like that's the only thing they know how to be, because anything that I get into, he shows me over and over again, or the guy shows me over again, and this is what I gotta be.
Yeah. Right.
So and they even go to women fighting. The situation with the woman that went over with her friends, and they end up fighting, and she ended up passing away.
Yeah.
And people's like, why do y'all think she didn't fight back? She's a woman. Why should women even be fighting?
Right.
A woman, I just don't see women shouldn't want to fight. If you have to fight to protect yourself, I get it 100%, because let me tell you, anger, you have to have a little anger in you to balance you out. Okay?
Right.
That's how you're going to get your respect. But at the end of the day, though, if you can't fight, you just can't fight. You have some women who just aren't fighters. So we do have a lot of sisters, though, who are trying to get in tune with their feminine side, and I hope that they be able to find that. Now, I don't know sexy girls, hot girls who are waiting here.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how YouTube let that link up like that, but we're gonna let y'all have that.
And
But
club
definitely.
nigga free.
Yeah, oh Lord, I'm sick of it.
Me too.
Yeah, so man, so
That's all I hear on my time. Well, not my timeline, my TikTok.
yeah, I gotta get into the TikTok thing, man.
You do. You're gonna get a whole different crowd.
Yeah, I gotta get into the TikTok. Let me take this break real quick to say this, man. I want y'all to check out this event. We got Lala in the building too. But Lala, damn that big look. Lala got the her birthday bash, which Lala is the head. She's like basically the woman who helped run this station. That's what she's sitting outside right now.
Okay.
But she's have the Sagittarius bash next weekend, and as y'all can see, Stoney Murphy, Jay Fitz, Jay Rich, G Funk Show Band, they all gonna be there. It's a BYOB event. My favorite type. BYOB event. It's gonna be a really, really big thing. Like I said, Real Women Radio, and it's a mixer too. And the mixers usually always be on point, because you got people from everywhere that come home and stuff like that for the holidays. And Charles Gibson and Jamaica will be the guest host, and I'll definitely be in the building as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a Friday, so I'll be here. I'll be on the road to go to Birmingham right after though. Do y'all travel much? Travel?
Of course.
We're gonna get you on the
I
road.
just
Of course.
Yeah. Traveling is good, man. Traveling is therapeutic for me. I like to go out of town, just like ease my mind, and it makes me realize the energy in this city. It's changing, but it is heavy. When I be heading home and I see that "Welcome to Florida," I'm like, oh shit.
It feels like just something heavy.
Yeah, on your back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We start praying, calling on everybody. We call all the long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so back to the topic at hand with this whole thing with the friends and shit like that, right? With your friends or whatever. I've been in a situation before where one of my friends, my cousin did it to me too. One of my friends slept with one of my exes, but they're married now. How would y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like y'all could still be cool in a situation like that?
Once I have went through my healing process.
Yeah.
Once I have went through my healing process, because of course I'm gonna feel away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel away. But once I have elevated and just got off of that, then yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. It take one thing I try to do to help me not think like that. I know that one day we ain't gonna be here, and I feel like we get so wrapped up into relationships, but at the end of the day, nobody necessarily belongs to us.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That part.
And so when you have to realize that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it makes the process a little easier, but I do understand at the same time. That's why too I don't believe in people like, why y'all be telling y'all friends how your sex is with your partner? You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially if you know that it's satisfying to you.
Right.
Okay. Then all of a sudden you come home and you wonder why. You know what I'm saying?
Your friend got touched real bad.
Real bad. Ooh, and then fell asleep.
Yeah.
That's how you get caught. So you know that because he had to show out. You know how we is. We gonna show out.
Got to.
Yeah, you gotta show out. Especially when the socks turn around and roll up on top of your foot. You know you showing out. You know what I'm saying?
One sock on, one sock
One
off.
sock off. It's like you hanging on 2 toes. did your thing then. So I don't understand how females do that. You got a lot of men that do that too. One thing about a man, I think men do that more than women, honestly. The whole backdoor thing.
Yeah.
Men definitely do it more than women, and then they will boast about it to different people. Like, you think that's cool with sleeping with your partner, old lady, and you don't think she gonna tell you? And then how these men is now, boy, they will kill you. They should not be from Mobile, Alabama, because that's how they get down. Like, they don't play about the people that they with up over there. Like, it is crazy. I tell my sister all the time, you better be careful if you scared of toting a gun. Because, well, my youngest sister, she's scared of toting a gun.
I'm
Get you some
not.
mace.
You have to nowadays.
Oh yeah, you got to, man. Because these young kids, they toting pistols. I don't know if y'all saw. They have created that law in Alabama. You do no longer have to have a license to carry. They know what they doing.
Oh, them people is finna be just
What? Boy, pulling two on my swear
Right.
fingers, boy.
Population control, easy.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. People be thinking. I have shared a post on Snapchat today. People thinking, man, population control. You know, they think when you overthink. Don't be mad at me because you underthink. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is way more complex than we see it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And population control is very, 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 very real. From them letting get the guns, from drugs to COVID to sex trafficking, all of that stuff, man. And I even wonder now, because I've seen like a video on social media about I don't know if you ever seen. They said McDonald's chicken nuggets was like stolen people. Flesh. Yeah, and it was crazy because every time I used to try to eat McDonald's chicken nuggets, I could not eat them, man.
My
I would
dog
throw up.
won't eat them.
For real?
So I let her. Is this okay? My dog don't eat it. I'm not eating it.
right.
You know, chicken nuggets. Yo, that dog is living a life.
Now she likes chicken strips.
So
So well, I'll give her a nibble from mine, but
Yeah.
when I see that she's not eating it, then I'm not gonna eat it.
Right.
But Whataburger, we good there.
Right.
I'm trying to get away from meat. Period.
Me too. It's hard.
It is.
I'm trying to get away from meat. I'm trying to get away from alcohol. Which I am. I'm going to alcohol fast. I was supposed to be on the fast until he bought that. I ain't never had that, folks. So I had to try that. But I'm trying to get away from meat. I'm trying to get away from alcohol, especially with meat now, because it's really not good for you. Do you think something that's sitting in the frozen section that long? Because anything dead is decomposing. You know what I'm saying? So they add all these chemicals in it, and we intake those chemicals. And then we wonder why. Because now, man, you look around, everybody be having cancer. Like,
That's where it comes. Because they're cutting the cancer off, and it still may be a little cancer marinate there.
Yeah.
They don't wash it off.
Yeah.
So it's just.
no, yeah, you definitely have to be mindful of the stuff that you eat.
Put into your body most definitely.
Most definitely, man. And then that's even when you get to what you're saying as far as your womb. So I want you to tell us a little bit.
About the young.
What made you even get into that?
I got into womb healing on a couple different occasions. I mean, for a couple different reasons. I had someone put work on my womb, so I had to go back and, clear myself for that. And also, I was having heavy blood clotting, heavy bleeding, like real bad. So I had to heal myself through that. Also, but not only just that, just having to heal. And I know that this is what holds my past, my present, and my future. So I know I had to heal, and I knew these things got me feeling so uplifted. When I first started doing my steams, that's when I came into, to my ear, and she was just telling me, somebody did this to you. And I'm like, okay. So now I got to figure out how can I, get this off of me.
Yeah.
So I went to doing womb healing. I went to looking more into it and realized, like, these things got more than just can, remove a curse off you. This could do this and this, this and this. So I actually went and took a class for it and just found out, like, it just helps with your womb all over without touching. Helps cleanse your, womb without touching anything. Your vagina, of course, cleans itself, but it aids in helping, detox. And when you're doing, we call them pussy muscles. I mean, pussy squeezes. Yeah. When you're doing your pussy squeezes, they help release trauma. Yeah. So that plus, the steams, it all.
Yeah.
Just
It's good to do it at least once a month.
See, for me, I think once a week. Because
week.
it touches all 4 phases that you go through. So once a week, and then you also beneficial for you to do it 3 times before your cycle and 3 times after your cycle.
Got it.
So yeah, like womb healing, steaming is just bomb.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I got into it, and I know in Fort Walton, this girl has a herb wall.
Yes.
So whatever you need, you could just pick. Okay, a little this, little that, little this, little that.
Yes.
But I've gotten into that, and your womb, that's a how can you say, that's a portal.
Yes, of
So
course.
you have to make sure that that wound is being taken care of, and everybody should not be in your wound. Those who are having hot girl summer.
See, yeah, like that's one of the affirmations that I have for my girls.
Yes.
This is my womb, and I allow who I want, to touch her, because that's very sacred. And like your womb holds every single thing from your first to your, to your end. So if you haven't healed from your first, from you losing your your virginity, then you still have all this trauma inside. Not only that, you got to deal with generational things that's been poured on you that you have to heal from. And also with the herbs, you have to be mindful and you have to be careful, because you can't mix every herb.
Yes, you can.
Because also that would make you, either make your cycle even heavier, or
your
cut
pH off.
Yeah, throw your pH off as well. So you got to be mindful. That's why I took the class, because I'm like, I don't want to be, just mixing things up, and I don't know what I'm mixing up. But that was one of the things that I, chose to do. Yeah, so
That would be a good conference, like for a women's conference.
yeah.
We got some planning. We just talking about that.
Yeah.
What makes you include?
I will. We got some good stuff coming up that do with sex education. I feel like when it comes to sex education in the Black community, it's very taboo. It's taboo to talk about sex openly, period. In the Black society, which is crazy as hell to me, because just about everybody has sex, So we that's something that we got working up, is to educate our community on the proper way to have sex, and a healthy way to have sex. We got people doing every fucking thing now, from spitting in your mouth. I don't know how y'all feel about that spitting in the mouth shit. I'm gonna tell you, you have infections. Some people have infections in their mouth. That is disgusting.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Don't spit in my mouth. You're going to turn me all the way off. Like, don't spit in my mouth.
I don't understand.
It's
this
really
whole
weird
spitting
out
in my
here.
Why you even spitting?
Yeah.
Why you even spitting?
Why you even
Right. Like, that's not what's going on. Like,
It's so weird.
Yeah, so we definitely got some things worked up with educating as far as sex and stuff like that. I do got a question I do want to ask. So when it comes to vinegar, right? Do vinegar really? Okay.
it tightens you, but it makes you dry as
Oh, really?
heck. Yes.
So-
I pour mine in the bath water.
And I use, if
you
I'm
do-
going to use,
Oh, I'm sorry. If I said that.
That's all right.
if you're going to use vinegar, get some pomegranate and mix that with it, because that makes it juicy.
Oh shit.
So that's how.
Learn something.
Put it in my notes.
It smell like pickles.
Yeah, if y'all dried it, you ain't got nothing coming out. That vinegar will have you dried out for a couple days at that. Like, you guys to but it makes you like brand new.
Oh, shit. Okay, I always wanted to know that. All right, so with you master stylist. Yeah, because that was a good one right there. I like that right there. I try to look at myself as a pretty stylish young man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, what made you, like, what encouraged your drive for that?
Oh my God! I started off as a little girl. I would say elementary. I wanted to go into into studying law, but what pulled me into the hair industry, fashion. I would make clothes for my baby dolls. Cut my clothes that I didn't want to wear no more. Stuff that your mom didn't purchase you and you don't want to wear. But yeah, I'll make Barbie. I love making people feel beautiful.
Yeah.
One project I had to do. I was 16. I was on. I think it was called Project Prom. I had to design a dress for a girl who was going to prom for Pensacola News Journal, and I wanted to pick the girl who nobody wanted to choose to work on.
Right.
So I'm not going to say her name, but the young lady who I chose, we were about the same age, and I chose to design her. She was tall, 6 foot, you know. Yeah, she was 6 foot. She was a beautiful girl, but she didn't know how to tap into her beauty at 16 because we're still kids. But me, I was wearing heels at 16. You couldn't tell me nothing. But anyways, back to the story. I chose her. She had her head down. You could tell she had self-esteem issues. Her sister was more petite than she was. So, and her family, just sitting back, I don't know. I always have been an observer. So I'm observing the full picture of how her parents are treating her. She's 6 foot, you know, plus size girl. I'm like, okay, I want her.
Right.
So I chose her. Where I designed her dress was at the Sewing Box off of Michigan. God rest his soul. He passed away. Who used to
Just on that, yeah.
yes. So, but anywho, I designed her dress. But throughout that journey of designing her dress, I didn't win the competition for Project Prom, but how I felt I won.
You made her happy.
I made her happy.
That's right.
When she walked down, she picked the colors and everything of her dress. I showed her how to wear waist trainer.
Right.
Back then it was a girder.
Right.
So I showed her how to wear her girder. I said, we're going to surround you up so we can see your waist. She held her head up so high, and that what basically made me feel as a winner.
That's right.
So it wasn't about winning the competition, but for me to take her on the journey, and we'll be out and about while looking for fabric and stuff like that, whatever. So whenever we were out eating, she was like, well, I want 2 burgers. And I said, we got to walk down this aisle.
That's right.
You know, you can do this afterwards, but when it's time to, you know, put on your show, you got to, you know, snatch it back. So, but anywho, I said, pick a salad and a sandwich.
That's right.
Take 1 bun off. I'm showing you how to balance it out.
Right.
Your mom not going to tell you this because all her attention is into the younger one.
Right.
The mom may not see that, but it is what it is. We're looking at the bigger picture. But to see her, she lost about 16 pounds just, you know, taking those little bitty steps.
Right.
No, I'm not saying, girl, you look a hot mess. No, I'm just showing you on how to present yourself when it comes time to present yourself. Okay, this is what you're going to have to take away. You know, this is what you can add.
That's
you
right.
know, so I'm showing you, you know, basically how I do me.
That's right.
You know, I'm still a plus size girl. I love my size.
That's right.
I would never take that away. But you have to be healthy. So if you're constantly putting all this stuff in your body, you're going to be sluggish. Your face going to be greasy. Then it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on. But for her to win, for her not to win, for me not to win the competition for designing a dress for Project Prom of 2016, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was 2016. I still felt as a winner because she held her head up. I still have the News Journal.
Oh.
But that made so I said, I have to do this because I'm not only doing hair, or whenever I was building my clientele, I would charge just to go dress you, you know, until I built my hair clientele up because I eat and breathe it. I'm not going back to a 9 to 5.
That's right.
No, I refuse. No, because I'm just a number. If I pass away today or
You're
tomorrow,
gonna be
I'm still just a number. So
Right.
why not die? You know, pass away
Doing something.
what you love to do.
Yeah.
But I love feeding into women. I love motivating women. I love bringing the beauty out of women, not just women, men as well. You know, I work with men as well, strictly platonic. But I just really, really love what I do because I not only work on their crown, I'm also working with what's inside their soul.
Right. 'Cause
Like,
when they
hey,
get up, they like, They probably come in so down, and when they get up, they're like, "Girl."
And every client they say, Jazz, I went to this one other person. I can't. I gotta come back to you. My books are so booked up right now. I don't know how I'm here now, but I am very, very blessed to say I love what I do.
That's right. Booked and busy.
I love what I do.
Ashe.
That's
That's
really
beautiful.
cool.
Yes, yes.
So, bro, you've been doing your events for how long now?
A couple years, seem like.
So, what motivated you to get into what you're into?
I don't want my mama to ever have to work again. I'm gonna retire her at an early age. She's not really set up to work anymore, and so for me to stay steadfast on becoming successful is really giving me that overall long term and longevity to give her that rest and that peace that she did not have when she was coming. Mom's only 50, 52, 53. Very young woman, but with all the stuff she dealt with and barely overcame, she's still dealing with that.
Right.
And so it's a certain level of a generational curse that I took on, but it's still building me in the process. And so it keeps me motivated, keeps me busy. You know, it just keeps me, even when I'm dealing with stuff like that, it keeps me motivated to not let that level of whatever I'm dealing with hold me down. I still stay close to my brand. I stay close to what, motivates me to make money so that way I can get away from my 9 to 5, even though I do them both.
Right.
And so main thing is we're trying to build a new Pensacola. A new Pensacola. Going back to what we was talking about earlier, as far as going through your peace healing journey, I've noticed there are a lot of people who have not healed. And what I'm noticing is that it's not a popularity contest. It's not a who's who and stuff like that. It's a separation of people who have gone through the trials and tribulations or who have overcome them, found ways to, either balance themselves out or to network with those same people. And you see a lot of new groups that are coming out. For instance, I just met Enrico and his team in the last year or so. It's a lot of people who can't communicate because they are not mentally on the same wavelength. I saw a guy in the grocery store the other day, pants hanging down to his knees. Like, man, this guy, we definitely cannot sit here and have this conversation because I'm on a different level, he on a different level, and so it's just a lot of different levels, especially in business, especially in friendships, especially in relationships. I got relationships that I had business relationships with, friendships that I grew up with, who are people who I just could not click with anymore. Not saying that I've healed so much and they haven't, or just as time and everything passes on. But the biggest thing is you have to stay close to the things that are serving you.
Yes.
And so my circle right now is that one right there. You know what I'm saying? It's very limited to. What are you here for? What am I gaining from this? Like, even if I had to separate from you on good or bad terms, where are we going, together as a people? And so I'm seeing a lot of those people who have separated themselves are doing so much better than certain other groups, certain other organizations. Yeah. And so that's what really keeps me going to want to be a part of the Forbes or Pensacola,
Yeah, me too.
Somebody in the comments said, "Who is the gent there?"
I didn't get the question. But it's Xavier. If that's who you're inquiring
They
about.
probably can't see him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I know for me when it came to, I used to host events here and there, and honestly, I thought that was my passion, but it wasn't. I would feel like at the time I didn't realize until after the fact that I was really depressed, and that's why I would drink the way I do, and that's why I could host the way I did. And so when people would be like, "Oh, you can do this, you do this," I never forget when I went on a fast, my first fast last year. I didn't drink. That's when we did the long fast, and somebody came to me and said, "I like you better drunk," because I wasn't acting out.
Right.
What was it? Excuse me.
But you know what? At first I was like that, but at the same time, I had realized exactly what you said. Sometimes we are just on different wavelengths. So I have to surround myself with people who are on the same mentality that I am. And just because you might be on something else, you know what I'm saying, don't mean I have to belittle you. Or no, I remember that. Belittle you or anything like that. It's just that I saw better for myself.
That's right.
I saw that I wanted to be in a position to where I can't act like this all the time. I have to be in a position to where because especially in the culture that we into, we believe in reincarnation.
Right.
And reincarnation is not necessarily a good thing all the time. You know, it's just like flunking the fucking 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get it right this time.
That's
I want to get it
right.
right this time so I won't have to come back for next time and I can see what
Right.
God has for me on the other side in a better
Right.
way. And so for me, when I got into my show, when I got into this, I wanted to do this for years, man. I was doing work with Nicole them for a few years. And I was hosting an event and she came up to me and she was like, have you ever thought about doing your own show before? And I was like, no, because it was a time where my anxiety, sometimes I don't like a lot of people looking at me while I do
Right.
stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I had to find something. I had got to a point where back in 2020, I was real depressed. People ain't know I was depressed because that's when I was really hosting show parties and stuff like that, but I would have to drink to feel good. And it got to a point where I couldn't sleep. And I had called my dad and I was like, man, something going on. I can't sleep. I just started smoking weed. Like, I don't know what's going on. He was like, you ain't going to sleep until you do what the fuck God wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that to me, I had to realize I have to start putting some work down. So I had a situation, and I had ended up getting locked up. And it's so funny, man, how God moved, man. Let me tell you something. God, and I believe in different energies as well that some people might not believe. We get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that God, because a lot of people don't understand too when you get into culture of us that they don't think we believe in God, but we probably believe God more than most people do.
Yeah, of course.
And I believe that my people on the other side wanted me to do something. One thing about God, when you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, he will sit your ass down.
Mm-hmm. So wait, get your full attention.
Yeah.
And take everything away.
And take
That's
everything away.
right. No
And
matter
that's
how
what
many
happened.
times.
No matter how many times.
Till
Each
you
time
get
gonna
it.
get worse.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It does.
And that's what God had to do. God had to sit me down, man. And then I started doing, I went through some stuff, and I remember Ia came to me. She said, don't you be moping around. You have stuff to do, and you need to do what you're supposed to be doing. So I started doing the show. And for me, the show is therapeutic. For me, the show is, I like to talk about taboo situations in our community so we can all have a voice to talk about things that we can't talk about. Now we have the platform to do it. Like, let's talk about it. Let's do it. What can we do? Because we, as Black people, have shared ourselves for so long with everybody. What can we do for us? Why do we have to feel bad about doing something just for us? And so me, I love Black people. Anytime I go out of town, I'm going with the Black people at. I'm going to look at something. I'm going to some kind of historical site with Black people.
Right.
That's me everywhere I go. And I believe as a Black culture, we have to get into who we are because a lot of us don't know who we are.
Of course.
And when we start embracing who we are and start loving ourselves, I love that for Black people, and I try to encourage that on my show. So when I started doing this is really therapeutic for me to have these conversations and to have people come on my show from different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Because we take anybody on here. You know what I'm saying? I believe in taking anybody, and I will say this too. Do not think that I have an issue with anybody of any other ethnicity coming on my show because I don't. I don't. But at the same time, I encourage people to watch my show for different ethnicities because a lot of people from different cultures judge us because they are ignorant of who we are as well. Okay, it'd be so funny, man, when you see people on social media and they say, "Go back to Africa. You don't belong here."
You don't belong here either.
Exactly, like you know what I'm saying, like, and it shows the ignorance level of people and to the point where when you become a certain level of, some people call it woke, but when you reach a certain level of consciousness, because even if you know the true story of Jesus' story is about reaching a level of consciousness. When you reach a level of consciousness, you will realize that I ain't even no point me being mad at them because they don't know what the hell they doing.
Right.
They just going by what everybody else is saying. So I built this platform for that. I love doing stuff in the Black community because I love Black people, man. Like, ain't no people like Black people. We encourage every damn thing. And so I like to encourage people all the time, man. Like, people hit me up and like, I want to start my own podcast. Do it.
Yeah.
Like, do it. If I can help you with something, I will help you with something. Like, do it, man, because it's a voice for us. A lot of people think people doing podcasts is just a wave and people just doing it because it's a popular. No. Some people don't have nobody to talk to.
That's right.
Build your own platform so you can talk on your own shit and you can talk the way that you want to talk.
That's right.
And that's what I do on mine. So I talk how I want to talk. And to the sisters in the church, I'm on here. Y'all know I love y'all because my auntie, she texts me. I seen your show was a good show. stop all that cussing. But it's all through love, you
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And,
Right.
and as black people, we should have, because when it comes to cussing and stuff like that, that's where we come from. Yeah, y'all did it when we was kids, and y'all don't think we gonna do it now? We
Right.
wrong, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it in front of y'all, but it's my shit right here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it how I want to do it, and that's what, man, I encourage. And even with y'all, man, keep pushing. The thing that I realize sometimes, man, we be beating ourselves up. We don't think the people who we want to watch us, they don't sometimes watch us. But at the same time, the people who need to watch you are watching. Never sleep on yourself.
Yes, and it doesn't matter about the comments nor the views.
The lights,
The
right,
likes.
right.
Just keep doing
You
it.
don't. Let me tell you what some people do for me. Some people will intentionally not watch my show live because they would think that I would see them watching
Right.
my show
Yes,
live.
Right.
they'll jump off.
And they'll jump off, and then we'll get cool later, or something to come up, and they'll say, "Yeah,
I seen your show."
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you this: some people are intimidated
Right.
by where you're at in life, and they're like, "Well, I can't be around them until I get this and that right." No,
Yeah.
I want you to be around me because
Yeah.
we may learn something from each
from
other.
each other." Yeah,
just-
don't be mad at me. Be mad at God.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, I always try to keep my hands clean.
Yes.
And anything I do is with pure intent. That's another reason too why I feel like people cross me sometimes. I get very offended because I just don't believe in doing people wrong.
I wouldn't do you that.
Exactly.
So why do me that?
Why do me
That's
like
the
that?
problem.
You know what I'm saying? So I always try to keep my hands clean, man, when I work with people and I do business with people. And I will admit, living in this city alone, it's sometimes it's hard doing work with some people.
It
But I
is.
try to let it discourage me because, and one thing I really hate is when black people get on social media and they be like, "Oh, that's why I can't support black business. Why I can't do that?" But you could take your ass to McDonald's every week and they fuck up your order. You still gonna
You're
go to
right
McDonald's next
there.
week.
That's right.
Or the nail salon, they mess you up one time. I mean, you still go back.
And
You still go back.
Yeah.
You still go back
But
and let
a
them
black
talk about
person-
you.
Yeah, let a black. Yes.
Yeah.
I have my translator.
I be trying to get my.
I need to have
my
my
translator.
What kind of Chong said?
Yeah.
Hey, definitely though, man. We gotta stop bashing our people, man, on social media, man. I hate that. And I understand that we do. I wish somebody would orchestrate a fucking business etiquette class.
Yes.
Because we do have people. I can't stand when people get on social media and be like, "Oh well, you can't afford my prices. That's why are we talking about people finances as
Exactly.
business owners?"
Everyone
You know
is
what I'm saying?
struggling.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry.
That's
Right.
right.
Talking about that.
If you want
We
to
just
see
make it
facts,
look
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Some
you know,
people make it look
That
good.
shouldn't even be
I like the
mentioned.
fact that you bringing a new experience to our community. I mean, because even when you think about, people used to complain about, "Oh, I ain't paying this, I ain't paying that to get it." No, but man, look, people are bringing new stuff to our city. Tone just had an all black party. People paid $50+ to get up in there. It was
I
crowded
missed
as
it.
hell.
I missed it.
What would make you? And it was all about the experience.
Yes.
Right.
So why can't you pay $50 to go to his shit?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why can't to go to his projects? Why can't you pay $50 to do that? The
I-
thing
I
is, it's
will.
about the experience, especially
Yes.
somebody's bringing you something unique. It's all about the experience.
That's right.
And one thing I can say about Pensacola, our nightlife is coming up. It's coming up, and we need more people to do more unique things in our community, not just at night, and not just with clubs, but when it comes to like encouraging our children, because they're going down a rabbit hole right now.
Oh yeah.
They're going down a rabbit hole. They looking at all these damn. It's so many, and it's even adults. So many women that's reconstructed their faces and shit that look like social media influence. We got a couple in Pensacola. I ain't gonna put no names out, but it's a couple on trying to look like the girl Ari, and I just don't understand.
Oh, they real bad.
Real
They
bad.
want to look like Ari and Jada. They doing
Bad.
real bad.
Big cheeks. Real
Yeah.
bad.
They
Real
don't even
bad.
care.
Yeah, man, we just gotta start loving ourselves more. We definitely gotta start
They
loving
said
ourselves.
laughing about.
Cause you know what I'm talking
Oh,
Yeah, but we gotta start loving ourselves more,
Yes.
man. Keep pushing, man, and that's one thing. Cause I'm pretty sure for us being in the stuff that we into, it could be a discouragement for you sometimes too, as well. Like, you know, finding the support system. You might not feel like your city supports you, man. But one thing I do know, man, is consistency
It's
with
key.
yourself.
They watching me.
Yeah.
They watch me real hard.
The crowd that you advertise to.
Yeah.
Whatever crowd you want, go to those different neighborhoods and areas to
Yeah.
bring that crowd in.
Yeah.
Like when my prices went up, I brought a different crowd in. When I moved my locations, different
Different
clientele
crowd,
came
right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you got to do. And one thing I know what it's next season because we only got 2 more weeks left of this season for my show. Next season, man, we're gonna be doing location pop-ups, New Orleans. That's one thing I love about the EFI culture. You get connected with a lot of people.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? So, we got some stuff coming up in New Orleans, Atlanta, man, Mobile. Which I did a show in Mobile before, but we're going back to Mobile, Tallahassee. I'm trying to get down to Miami. I've never been to Miami before. And people are like, you from Florida, you never been to Miami. I always think about the beach when I think of Miami.
Right.
I grew up in the tan yard. We used to walk to Sanders Beach when I was growing up from my grandma's house. So the beach it was just nothing for us for real to go to the beach. And too, my mom used to take us to Fort Pickens every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So the beach ain't nothing. But definitely, man, everybody who got something coming up, man, make sure y'all keep pushing. And I just love this right now because I'm in a room full of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their own hustle, doing their own thing, and we may be young, but we doing something that our parents, sometimes our grandparents, didn't have the heart or didn't have the ability to do. Yeah. So we got to live not only through them, but don't forget yourself.
That's
Yes.
right.
Don't forget what you're gonna do for yourself.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And heal for yourself. Definitely, especially black men and black women too, man. Y'all gotta heal for yourself. Stop holding on to that beef.
Yes.
Let that shit go.
Let it go.
Don't be like these old people. I had some great great aunts who used to beef. And my great aunt was on great aunt. She was my great grandmother's sister. Was on her deathbed. She did not like her sister still. They thought she was like out of it because she would just lay there and stare. And her sister who she didn't like came in the room. So my cousin was all like, "Well, Mama, I'm gonna let sister talk to you. Ursi talk to you." And so my auntie, because my auntie head was turned to the side, she sat on the side of her sister. My auntie turned her head to the side. I might not can talk, but I still don't like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So they went to the grave with that. And to this day, their children, I don't even know them. I've never seen them because they kept that dynamic in the family. We don't mess with that side. So we got to get over that, man, because the black family, we don't have family reunions no more. Come on, man. Why do we have family reunions with fucking green bean casserole and shit like that? Like, come on, man. Like, we have to start back, building our units back up as a culture, man, because it's people out there who need it, the younger generation need it, and that's why they go into the streets right now to find family.
Yeah. But I am going to tell you, it's hard when you can't get through to people.
Yeah.
When you're trying to make a change and you're trying to make a difference for the next generation, it's like you're the oddball in the family.
Yeah.
So
Me as
it's
well.
like,
Look, I'm saying, yeah, me.
oddball.
They think I'm weird.
I'm very weird.
Yeah.
They be with that crazy and weird shit.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's a part of our culture.
Yeah.
Where I can say African Americans are the only people who do not practice their own religion.
Come on, man.
And a lot of people, they can call me weird or whatever, but that's the most connection I have had with God.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
The most success I have had.
That's it. Because it makes you realize that God lives within you.
That's right.
The Bible even tells you faith without work is dead.
That's right.
People will sit around because I tell people all the time, man, all the Bible, people like, the Bible ain't real. There is a lot of real in the Bible now.
Yes, it is.
People sit around, they be waiting on God to do X, Y, Z. If you ain't putting in the work to show that you are worthy of that, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Faith without works is dead.
That's
and
right.
that people, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
You gotta
Faith
do the
without works is dead.
You gotta put in the work.
You got to get on your knees and go to that altar and do what you got to do.
Do what you gotta do, man. And forgiveness is like they
Forgiveness
said,
is key.
forgiveness is key.
Yeah,
Forgiveness
I totally
is a
agree.
blockage for a lot of people because they be holding on to so much hate. And a lot of people don't know. I just had to tell my dad this. My dad was in a situation. He went to prison for years. He was set up by some of his homeboys he grew up with. For many years, he held on to that. We was wondering why. My dad, in shape, he don't have no other health issues, but for some reason, he kept every month we would have to take him to the hospital. And every time we take him to the hospital, they tell us we don't know what's wrong with him. And I had to sit down when I was like, Dad, you still hate them.
Mm-hmm. Still hard.
Hate causes cancers,
Yeah.
Heart attack.
heart attacks. People don't be realizing
blood pressure.
how blood pressure is because you still hold on to that hate for so long. You killing yourself while these people out here living, not even worried about you.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to let that junk go, dog. And that's even with me. I thought that I was over a lot of things that have happened to me in my past, and I got to a point where I had to sit down, and I had no choice but to think about it, and I had to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna be able to move on if I didn't let it go.
Right.
And one thing about us, we can ask God to forgive us all day long, but then when it's time for it's our turn to do it. Then we gotta turn the other. Yeah. Turn the other. I don't know like that right now, guys.
Right.
I don't know like that right there. But we have to learn how to forgive, man. We gotta learn how to forgive. We gotta learn how to build our cultures up. Make sure y'all for all y'all that like books here, we got the they got free.
I haven't been there yet, but I've been advertising.
Oh yeah, we got the Black Cafe and Bookstore, which is right next door to us or whatever. Make sure y'all check that out, man. And make sure y'all check out Lala's event. It's we open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sunday 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure y'all check that out. And y'all can also check if y'all want to. Make sure y'all look at the blackcafeandbook.com. And we located on 3498 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Make sure y'all check out the MLK Parade this year. MLK Parade this year, this is the first time that we've had it in a couple years since COVID. They are expecting that shit to be 5 hours long. Yeah, so, and two, the one thing, because now I'm a part of the MLK committee, planning committee, I didn't even know that they do stuff. This is like, MLK celebration is not a one-day event. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Yeah, yeah, it's long. So on Thursday they have the youth gospel extravaganza. So if y'all know any singers, youth choir, anybody that can do anything for the Lord, make sure y'all hit me up. And then on Saturday they have the prayer breakfast held at Zion Hope Cafeteria. And I actually got 2 tickets for that if anybody wants some. And then on Sunday they all go to service together, and then Monday is the parade. So make sure y'all definitely support the Martin Luther King Parade. We want no violence because we know how you Negroes like to show up. Sometimes, not all y'all, but sometimes. But usually when people want to fight, we're gonna find you at the MLK Parade.
Right.
But we don't want that this year, man, because we got some good
Nothing
things.
but peace.
Nothing but peace.
Yes.
Nothing but peace for MLK. Okay. Make sure y'all check that out. Y'all got any events coming up?
No, not just yet. But
You do.
A whole pile of them.
No, you go ahead. I'm interested.
Wish I had my calendar in front of me. I know DJ Hale got a peace cipher. That's gonna be I don't have the address, but you can follow Hale Morissette on Facebook. She got a peace cipher coming up. Food, music, drinks, a lot of community resources. Dream Defenders putting that on. I'll actually be here on the 23rd at the bookstore, Black Bookstore, with the Grinch Project. Bring all the kids out. We'll be here from 2 to 5. Pictures with the Grinch. It'll be our holiday party. Q-Live and Kenitha will be here. I got a Christmas party coming up. That's the 22nd. Of course, we're going to Classic Man, Antonio Charles now. That's going to be big. New Year's party coming up. That's Ziggy. You name it, it's happening. Y'all really just got to tap in, you know what I'm saying? Actually, don't just follow the people on social media. Don't just say you wish you could have been a part of it, but actually come out. There's nothing stopping anybody from attending any one of these events, opening up to a new network, new market, and then, just basically strengthening the resources that we have. Because like they say, the older generation is passing on. They want to know who's going to be the next pastors or who's going to be the next everything. So we need people to step up and be a part of everything that we got going on. It take a whole city to build the new community that we're trying to, be a part of.
And sis, where they can find you at?
I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook no more. I'm on Instagram. That's pretty much it, yeah.
If y'all want the youngest things, make sure y'all hit my sister up.
Yes.
It's very important. Clean that money.
Yeah.
Look, that's a song.
Hey, Jazz, tell me what you got going on.
Yes, it's your girl Jasmine Royale. You can catch me on TikTok, Jasmine Royale on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm located at the moment off of 12th and Haddon at My Salon Suites, Suite 303. If you need any information, definitely inbox me. I'm doing some big things next year, so definitely inbox me.
I see. I appreciate y'all for coming in tonight. I'm pretty sure we will be able to congregate again real soon.
Yeah.
Just hit me up.
Yeah. And maybe we should all do something together real soon, man, because we have to put ourselves out there, and it's time for us to step up.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a big black brunch.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Oh yeah.
You said what?
A big black brunch. A big one.
A big one.
That'd be dope.
A very big one.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think
Just
we
let me
should
know
get-
my role.
Yeah, me too.
get all the entrepreneurs in the city to get up. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna put too much out there because y'all be like,
Don't take my shit.
yeah, I'm saying y'all be like the steal. Hey, I appreciate y'all for checking in tonight, man. Make sure y'all always show love, and make sure y'all show y'all self love more importantly, because man, if you don't love yourself, man, you ain't gonna be able to give the right love out to anybody else. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow. G Spot Podcast, RWR Live 365, the Real Room Radio page, and the Real Room Radio Foundation, man. Make sure, because we got some good stuff coming up on there. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all want to listen to some good music in this show. If you can't watch, make sure y'all download the RWR Live 365 app, where you can listen to my show and plenty of other shows and really good music all throughout the day. I know y'all be going to iHeartRadio, which iHeartRadio is good, but our shit just the same. Hey man, y'all have a really good night, man. No drinking and driving. Okay? No drinking and driving. Cause y'all get a little rough. It's Thursday night. So there's a couple places to go tonight. Hey, y'all be blessed, man.